This is Amanda with DietitianReview.com giving you your Week 15 Biggest Loser recap. So the contestants start with finding out they are going to Texas to train with some of the unhealthiest Americans. They have originally went to the Olympic Training Center where they trained with some of the greatest athletes, and now it's their turn to pay back. Allie tells them that they are going to be running a 5K race with the public from Texas, and anyone that wants to come out is welcome. So the contestants all head out to radio stations and start publicizing this event to get as many people out as possible. At the race, there's a great turnout. Allie's ready to run this race with the contestants and with all these people that came out to support and to start this healthier lifestyle. As the race starts, you see a lot of people struggling, but a lot of people who are willing to help and stay back with the ones that are slower, and it's made clear that you can run or walk this race. It's just about finishing. And so Darius tries to beat his 5K total time, and he finishes in 21 minutes. Super impressive. It's the fastest time he's ever run this race, and so it's a great job on Darius' part. Darius goes back to help others, and we hear a lot of inspiring stories, and a lot that actually touched me. I was in tears watching this episode because it reminded me of what it was actually like to be overweight, unhealthy, and unhappy, and that's what you see in this episode. You see real people that are struggling, and then you see living proof of what diet and exercise can do. And so that's why I think this episode is super important. And we see people finishing, and they're just strong finishes, and so inspiring to see so many people finish across this line after walking or running 3.1 miles that these people didn't think they could do in the first place. We then see a public workout with Bob at a 24-hour fitness, and he's again showing more people what it's like to work out with the Biggest Loser trainer and what it's like on our part to be pushed by Bob Harper. And so they get a good taste of his medicine, and it's very enjoyable to watch because it's hard work, but they get to actually live it and try it out. The challenge this week is, I think, a really funny one. The contestants go to the Texas Fair, and they have to round up as many small young calves as possible. And so you see these contestants running around this arena trying to catch calves and actually put them into like a gate. And I just think it's hysterical watching these contestants run around. They're tripping, they're falling. I can imagine how hard it was to try to chase these little animals all around. But I think it was really funny, and I think it looked like a really good time because even though, you know, it was hard to do it, I think it just looked fun to watch. The winner does get immunity, and so with Sam helping Coley does end up winning and it has immunity for the week. So that's definitely a plus for Coley, and that's thanks for him helping Sam last week. So good work on their part. Next, we see Abby from my season. She brings Jillian to Maybank High School and wants Jillian just to talk to this school about obesity in children and how you can prevent it, how you can work to change. And we see a young girl stand up, and she reminded me a lot of myself. She'd been overweight all her life and been made fun of and was just unhappy. And that young girl had the opportunity to speak one-on-one with Jillian. And I think Jillian gave her some great advice, and I think that it really touched that young girl. This episode, I think, is really just about helping others, getting that word out there that it's possible. You can be unhealthy, you can be overweight, but you can change it. And that's why I think the Biggest Loser went to Texas in the first place. Last Chance workout is as brutal as ever, especially because the contestants are traveling. They are in a whole different place. They're not in a normal gym, and so it's going to be harder to do this Last Chance workout. Unfortunately for Sunshine and O'Neal, they attend O'Neal's uncle's funeral, so they can't be at this Last Chance workout, and this could affect them in the long run. The weigh-in starts, and we see really decent numbers being dropped for being on vacation, and unfortunately for Sunshine and O'Neal, them missing that Last Chance workout was a big deal, and they both ended up falling underneath that yellow line. Because O'Neal would never send Sunshine home, he tells everybody that he wants to be sent home and does not want one person to write his daughter's name down. So with his requests, everyone does end up voting O'Neal off, and O'Neal is eliminated. Next week, I think, is Makeover Week, and I'm excited to see it. So catch me next week, and I'll give you a new recap. Thanks again. This is Amanda with DietitianReview.com.